G'day there, how are you? I'm Grandad Jack, and I've got something I want to show you today. I'm actually in my shed or my workshop, and it's a bit messy actually, but I'd like to show you something I built quite a few years ago with the help of a couple of friends. This is a rail bus out of steel chassis with a wooden cab, wooden top. And it's got a motor in there. It's got a Mazda motor actually. Pretty cool. And what it is, it's a replica of a rail bus that ran in Silverton, Colorado. And a picture of that is right here. And that's still there, and that still operates even today. So I made it using those dimensions. The only changes I made to it was the one light in the middle. I put two because I like the look of two lights. This one's 3-foot gauge and operated on the Silverton Northern out of Silverton or Silverton and Gladstone. There's a few up there. There's the Silverton Railroad that went to Red Mountain. So this is the inside of my rail bus, and mine is 18-inch gauge. So it's really half the size of the 3-foot, and that's what I made it, half size. So it's actually a half size replica of the real things. The drive is a tail shaft that goes to this reduction box, and then dual chain drive to the wheels, which reduces the speed, and it works fine. These springs are actually for just visual. They don't actually work because otherwise the reduction drive chain wouldn't work that great. Same with the bogies, they're just made, or trucks as you call them. They're just made of centering bearings on a piece of steel channel, and the wheels came off an old cart that was at a sawmill. So inside the motor we have this. So I'm going to check the vitals, start her up, give her a run. The lights I actually got from an old car, I don't know what it was, a real early one, but they look good. So that's what it is. I laid this track quite a few years ago, and it's a bit overgrown. I've got 18-inch and 2-foot gauge here because I have 2-foot gauge equipment as well. But we'll just go thundering through the grass and make our way along the track. So first we'll check the water, see what that looks like. Yep, it's pretty rusty old water, it needs inhibitor in that. So I'll put some of that in. Okay, so we've put some concentrated inhibitor into the radiator because she's a bit rusty, or the water is. So that will help reduce the corrosion in the motor block. Okay, so next we'll check the fuel. Which is under the seat. It's got a little bit, but it's going to need more. So we'll put some fuel in it. Should do it for today. So hopefully the battery is not too bad. So we'll turn it on, see how she goes. We'll get in to do that. So we have the accelerator, put the gear in park or neutral, turn it on. Yeah, quick start spray, see how that goes. See if that helps. So I put the jump starter on it, turn her over and she goes straight away. We're going to warm the engine up a little. shed that I built. In Australia they'd call it a good shed. In America they call it a depot. Bits of insulation laying around, I'm going to have to pick that up. Over here is a ballast car I built. And the bin takes about 3 tonne of ballast. So we put it into second gear and get a bit more. So I like to go slow over the switches or the turnouts. It's funny, every country you go to you get different phrases. In Australia they call them switches, same in England or the UK. In the USA they call them turnouts. I call them both. Right. Up a bit. Put it into second. Go a bit faster. Right, we got a dog. We got a visitor. Howdy! Amazing who you find in the country. Well, this is the end of the track at the moment. So there's a switch to go in here. That'll go up there. And that will form a passing siding or a loop so that the trains can go around each other. There is track here, but it's a bit overgrown. So I've got a whole lot of rail over there ready to lay the tyres on it. So that makes it easier. This is Tombstone. Well, actually not quite. It was a cow shed. I decided to make it look a bit better because the cows weren't using it anyway. Made some doors. This window actually is just a wall. Put an old window sash on it and put some plastic behind it so it looks like a window, but it actually isn't. Got the old wagon here in under shelter. It's a pretty early one, this one. I don't know how old it is. It's like an old covered wagon. I've even got rail here, believe it or not. Yep, there it is. It goes through the shed. This is like another shelter for trains. Go around it. Yep. Track goes down there. It's got a trolley or a... It's just really a frame with wheels. This is the blacksmith shop, or will be. Once the blacksmith shop is set up, you can do blacksmith stuff. So this is the inside of the cow shed. The rail bus. Okay, so at this point we're going to go back So we're back in the engine shed now. So there it is, Grandad Jack's rail bus. I've got other wheels that I'm going to make some other stuff out of, and they're right here. These are called arch bar trucks, and that's what they used to use. And so making these was fun, actually. Wouldn't mind doing a few more. I've got to take my patterns to a foundry and get them to do the castings. But once you've got those, you can get them machined. So I got a whole bunch of castings, or should I say patterns for castings. These are like, that comes apart like that. So you just put that in the sand. These are for the brakes, the brake shoes. So once the castings have been done for those, they look like this. This is the brake shoe after the casting has been done. So they just go on the wheel and they hang by a chain, which is how they used to work. So this is some other patterns that I've got, wheels. This is a bolster for the center part of the wheel, and then I've got this is one for a link and pin coupling. So when that's been cast, this is what it looks like, a link and pin coupler. So that's kind of my design. They were a bit different, the earlier ones, but certainly does the job. And I've got other things here just for the journal boxes and different parts of the wheel assembly are all here as part of my castings, or patterns I should say. The track's a bit overgrown here, but I made the track go into a little private area in here. So it actually goes up to the back door of this cabin. Goes in there. Nothing like being able to bring your firewood right up to the back door. So that's what this is about. It's a bit overgrown. Overgrown tracks are always interesting. This one's derailed. Another cart I built. So this goes down to the main line. These are some carriage tops I were able to buy many years ago. So those wheels I just showed you, I'm going to use these tops. These are 15 foot long, and they'll make a mighty fine carriage. I've actually made a base for them, which is down under that. So they're my coach top. So there you go. Got all sorts of things. Lots of track. Gotta have lots of track. Rail. Switch mechanisms. I have different size rail, which is always handy. So small rail and large rail. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little tour of my rail bus. That's a replica of the Silverton rail bus in Silverton, Colorado. Pretty cool, eh? A lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed today's Grandad Jack's adventure, and look forward to doing lots more. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next video.